It's a wet and cloudy Saturday afternoon, but this will not stop the hot volleyball action here in Pasay City. Third playing day of the second round of eliminations, women's division, and doubleheader. Exciting doubleheader for your PSL Saturday. Cignal versus Main and Tail, the first game, and the Tornadoes going up against the Raiders in our second game. Volleyball fans, magandang hapon po sa inyo. Welcome to your Philippine Superliga Grand Prix 2014 dito po sa Cuneta Astrodome. Chicky Reyes here with the volleyball evangelist, Tex Suter. Mamaya po inaong siya ako makakasama rin natin. And you're watching us on Solar Sports. And Tex, as I mentioned, sa umpisa ng ating coverage, third day ng second round ng ating eliminations. We are, in fact, going to the half of that second round. At yung Petron, hayaan na natin sa ibabaw. Nandun na sila eh. But what's exciting for me, and you agreed with me off the air, itong battle sa gitna, nagkaroon tayo ng siksikan dyan.
Yeah, we have a virtual logjam here of games, one or two games that will really, make a big difference in the standings. And that's all that counts right now is to get the position here on Petron.
From the team standings, Cignal HD Spikers at number 3, Main and Tail at number 5 with 2 and 4. Yan muna yung ating pagtutuunan ng pansin. Balikan natin na Tex, the first time these two teams met, it was October 22 when Cignal and Main and Tail crossed paths. Doon sa first round ng ating elimination round. And during that game, Cignal defeated Main and Tail 3-1. Ang mabigat dito, partner, was that they got the first set. Pagdating ng fourth set, it was an extended set. But I feel, personally, itong Cignal, they were trying to send a message in that game because the combination of the imports of Cignal, Stalzer and Amerman, unbelievable in that game.
Yeah, they were really the saviors now of that game because the first few games, there's still a feeling out process and a meshing now that has to happen, which only happens when you play on court. We see the stat line here. Christy Jekyll was the focal point of Main and Tail, and Lindsay Stalzer was the focal point of Cignal. 31 kills for Christy Jekyll and 25 kills for Stalzer.
Ang hindi ho nakikita dito, si Sarah Amerman in that game, partner, also scored 22 points for Cignal. So the imports, at least in that game, for Cignal, played well. However, I have a however, if we go back to the last
Man for Main and Tail.
Kala ko favorite defender mo yung misis mo. Hindi pala. Okay. Kaylee Badger na nag-serve po para sa Main and Tail HD Spikers. Free ball. Unang ibinigay. Pero napakasimple. Acuna scored the first point for the Lady Stallions.
Yeah, no. Simple attack play in the middle. Establishing the middle is Kaylee Mann.
Spikers, HD Spikers on the attack. Main and Tail, Fajardo from the back, and that's great net defense from the tall Amerman.
Yeah, the middle blocker here of Main and Tail just watching that ball drop in front of her. She should have been in coverage, and she's right in the middle of the screen, unfortunately for her. Up.
Pero ang tumama pala, hindi si Amerman, partner. That was Abigail Placa.
Yeah, so her very first game for Cignal HD, she established herself as a blocking middle, scoring like 3 points off blocks.
But after scoring the first point off that block, service error naman dito kay Placa. So that's a free point to the Lady Stallions. Acuna on deck to serve for Main and Tail. Ball's in. Here we go. Oh, Honey Royce Tobino. Ganda ng pagkakapalo. Alam mo, nung last game nila, sabi namin, yung first two sets ng Cignal, hindi pa high definition. Analog or standard definition lang. But third and fourth, they were able to come back. But I'm liking what I see right now from the ladies in red. Early in set number 1, they have that energy.
That's right. Both teams are actually trying to establish their middles, obviously because their main weapons are on the outside. So if you can get one-on-one, you have Lindsay Stalzer one-on-one. I like my chances as a team.
Sarah Amerman on deck to serve. Cignal up by 1-3-2. Lady Stallions. Jekyll going to the back. Too much muscle behind that hit.
Yeah, a little late on the wrist snap. That's why that ball had no spin.
Pag diretso lang na parang raketa na hindi mo ipinipitik.
No, you want to create the top spin because it cuts the flight of the ball.
From our angle where we're seated, kita mo eh. Patusok lang. Oh, that's an ace. That was an ace.
Yep, bad read here from Fajardo in the back row of main and tail.
Another look here.
Look where Kaylee Mans is. That's the setter.
Yeah.
Look how deep she is.
Ang turo nyo sa amin, if you're in the back line, if you're in the defensive side, step on the line or stay close to the line?
You're supposed to stay 1 arm's length from the line, and if it's chest or higher, you let it go.
Okay. Ito, point for main and tail.
Yeah, the little touch there on Lindsay Stalzer's ponytail.
Kaya maganda pag short hair eh.
Oh.
Diba tayo dalawa?
Wash and wear.
Wala kang tatamaan dyan. 3 serving 5. Mabayad on deck to serve. They're down by 2. Service is in. Ball on the side of Cignal. From the back. Oh, that's too much. Lampas. So that's a 4th point of main and tail.
Yeah, Sarah Immerman trying to go deep corner here in zone 5. Just sent it a little long.
So it's still Mabayad on deck to serve for main and tail. Oh, what happened there to Stalzer?
Yeah.
Something that you don't see often from Lindsay Stalzer.
Yeah, she was in no man's land, meaning she was not too shallow or too deep. She was too committed to one area, and when you receive from that angle, you'll shank the ball every time. Good serving from Mabayad.
But if it's an import who makes that mistake, parang unforgivable, eh, no? Parang they're expected to get those easy balls.
Well, you know, errors are errors. They plague anybody.
It happens to the best of them.
Yes, it does.
6-5, Cignal up by 1. Vivas was the one who served for Cignal. Jaco with the power of the deflection, and they score again. We are tied at 6.
Yep, power hitter to power hitter. Christy Jaco winning that battle. Tooling Lindsay Stalzer. That ball traveled quite a ways, just to show you the power of Christy Jaco.
Jaco, nag-serve para sa main and tail. We are tied at 6 here. Stalzer. Good dig by Jaco. From the back is Jaco. And she scores again. So back-to-back hits here by Jaco.
Yeah, Kaylee Mans establishing her power hitter.
And Kaylee Mans, as the captain, really setting the floor well for the Lady Stallions. 7-6.
I mean, if any of you watching has the ambition of becoming a setter, you should watch Kaylee Mans' feet. That's how you set your feet.
8 effort yesterday, 13 points. She has to be consistent in scoring that figure.
Absolutely, because 3/4 of her scoring should be coming from her blocking, because that's the main job of a middle. That's why you're called a middle blocker, not a middle hitter or not a middle attacker. You're called a middle blocker.
Kasi may reinforcements na eh, may kakampi na siya eh.
And as the middle blocker, you're in charge of the blocking.
Yes.
That's your main job. For all you middle blockers out there, I was one, so I know I'm not really there to hit.
Bonus na lang kay Tobino yung hitting, ano?
Absolutely. Because it's all about establishing a nice scramble.
Oh, kala ko score na yun. 9-8, main and tail up by 1. Inaong Shakot courtside. What do you have?
Kailangan nyo mag-focus, be confident, and believe in yourselves. Chicky and Tex, these were the only requests of Coach Sammy Akelar from his players for today's game. With that, he stresses that despite the pressure to win today, they can't do so if they're constantly psyching themselves out. Coach Sammy tells his players that they are mentally prepared for this game, so they just have to play smart today. Speaking of mental preparations, Coach Francis Vicente shared with me earlier that the main and tail Lady Stallions spent their last few days working on their mental toughness and issues inside the team to make them more bonded and competitive. He says teamwork will make us win today. Chicky and Tex.
Wow, issues within the team. Sana, Ina, off the air, ma-update mo kami ni Tex dyan. There's issues within the team. Because we mentioned when they entered the court, the Lady Stallions were dancing. They were relaxed.
Maybe they've resolved their issues, but when on court, if you have an issue, you get a tissue and then game on.
If you have an issue, get a
tissue and then play on, because when you guys are on court, issues all aside, it's now business. I know this game's meant to be fun, but there's a business aspect to it where you got to do your job.
11-8. Main and Tail doing their job. They're up by 3. Great hustle by Mans. Cignal from the back. Cignal on the attack. Stalzer, cross court. It's out.
Lindsay Stalzer finding that spectacular angle, but just not being able to cash it in.
12-8.
Yeah, she needs to get going because she's the focal point of the offense. Maybe Sarah Immerman can start stepping up.
Let's listen to Coach Sammy.
No players outside. Never mind. Only how many score? 4.4. 4 points. Pasahan na lang natin ang maganda. Local, please, tumulong kayo. Kayo ang kailangan dyan sa loob eh. Diba? Tulungan siya silang umakyat.
Let me share with you, Tex. It's a different Sammy, Coach Sammy, we're seeing today versus yesterday. Kaya siguro yun yung report ni Ina kanina. He was trying to uplift the spirits of Cignal because the first 2 sets yesterday, they played poorly.
Well, there's no other way to call it. No, yeah, it was poor play, but Sammy pointing out to his local players that if your imports aren't performing, you guys gotta help them, raise their game.
Kaya, dami ng local dyan eh. Back to net. Cignal wins that one. They scored their 9th point.
Yep, Abigail Praca there, heads up play. Turning a whole bunch of garbage into gold.
9 serving 12 on deck to service. So Lindsay Stalzer. Cignal down 3. Main tail. Fajardo. Di ba napaliit? Basta masipag.
Well, maliit versus maliit in that instance. Now Anjeta at the mercy of anyone who wants to use her hands for points, as we can see here. Smart hitting. Yeah, that's smart hitting going for the smaller blocker.
Fajardo na naig doon. Main and tail up by 4, 13-9. Stalzer. Ball still alive. Jacob, soft one. Ancheta will go to Amerman. Great net defense by Acuna.
I'm just amazed how fast this Kaylee Mans is. She was able to cover that, and she's the setter. She's not supposed to receive the first ball.
Pero pag ganun ang record mo, Tex, talagang you'll do everything. Jacob! Powers there.
Oh, nice save there from Jonella. Another chance ball, and will they do it again?
Oh, smart move coming from the captain.
Yeah, Kaylee Mans doing the attacking setting duties. That's really going to make the defense react. And as a veteran setter, once the defense you're up against is reacting, then you can dictate play now.
Smart move coming from the captain and the center, Kaylee Mans. So far, so good for Main and Tail. They're up by 5, 14-9. Fajardo, nag-serve para po sa Main and Tail. Stalzer. Oh, that's low. No chance of going beyond the net.
Yeah, her hand kind of dipped there.
But was the height of the ball enough for a hit?
Yes.
Yung palo lang, ano?
Yeah, her hand kind of came down. She was going for a little more juice.
Ace for Fajardo. Vivas couldn't handle the first ball. Second Tentex, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, the ladies in blue, very loose, very fluid. The ladies in red, pretty much like a mirror of their first 2 sets in yesterday's game.
Yeah, that's a bad case of deja vu here for her Cignal. Oh, they're still kind of in a flux here.
Oh, they have to pick up the action. Acuna to the back. Jonella is working hard, but she needs help.
Yeah, Jonella may be working hard, but their defense in the back row is hardly working.
Yes.
Unfortunately, some position issues here, but they need to get in the groove, and they're just not. It's like they're not warmed up yet.
Baka naman diesel engine. Oh, ito. Service error by Fajardo.
Yung may butones pa. Yung heater button for all of those of you listening that know what I'm talking about.
May butones pa, no?
Parang pag lumiyab yung wire, pwede na mag-start.
Malay mo. I would start from this service error earlier by Fajardo. Let's see. Cignal down by 7. However, other things in mind para kay Lilet Mabayad.
Yeah, Janela just not in the right position. If you look at where she is, she's gonna sag. Stalzer's right. Oh, Amerman's right, but Janela was supposed to sweep.
That's a huge opening in zone 6.
Yes, but the whole defense was going this way and she stayed.
Yes.
That's why it created that seam.
Napako doon, ano?
Oh.
And Amerman returning the favor dito sa main and tail scoring on an open zone 6 as well.
Okay, with this matchup, with this, the way it's positioned now, Christy Jekyll is here in zone 4, and the two blockers that are going to cover zone 2, Sarah Amerman went clear over. So let's see if they milk that for a while.
Magatasan kaya, Jekyll. Cignal on the attack, Amerman.
They need to set her a little higher. Oh, nice defense from Sarah Amerman.
So after getting that dig, she went up for that hit. That's Sarah Amerman.
Yeah, the thing I pointed out the first time I covered a Cignal game is I was amazed at the two imports of Cignal, because if you look at their feet, they never stop moving. Always moving. Not like some of our locals, unfortunately, they plant. So the time they take to lift their feet off the ground, the ball's already too near the ground. Nice quick play here from Kaylee Mans, re-establishing that middle, trying to make the middle blocker of Cignal be honest, and try to get Christy Jekyll one-on-one outside, which is, if I was Coach Vicente, I'd be loving that matchup every time.
Sabi mo nga, other locals, feet on the ground, Lilet Mabayad, hindi. Siya nag-score ng last time around, but Acuna scoring on an ace here, giving main and tail an 8-point lead. They are in the right groove. May combo pa dito.
May kumbanchero.
May banda pa tong main and tail. 20-12. Another ace here by Acuna.
He's receiving woes here for Cignal HD.
That was Diaz and Amerman going after the same ball.
Yeah, Amerman there will actually shank that ball, and I noticed Petron purposely serving Sarah Amerman.
Napansin mo rin, deliberately giving it to her.
You see the main and tail already with 5 service aces. Not so much the service aces, just missed receptions from Cignal HD.
22-12.
Absolutely.
So that we can at least get a point or two.
Yeah, that's what you want from a good pass. See, look at the main and tail setting the example here.
They're going to Mabayad. At least Kaylee Mann's going to Mabayad. Net defense, main and tail is still there. Cignal. Down the line, it's in, and that's a point courtesy of Mangi.
That's a beautiful hit. She had one of those against Petron. He went down the line, just clipping the line. That's surgical spiking here. Let's see if that can give a spark. Maybe something positive to carry in the next set, or who knows, 1 point at a time. You can chop at this lead.
22-13, just a 9-point lead for main and tail. Mabayad.
Nice misdirection play. Well executed there.
So ito yung sinasabi mo, Tex. Imports, yes, you are required to score, but it's the injection of points coming from the locals.
That's right, because Christy Jekyll, 27 kills, or 27 points. If Mabayad comes up with 10, and Fajardo, another 10. That's pretty successful formula.
Okay na yung 27.
Oo.
Diba? Pero problema kung 27, tapos ang final score nyo 58.
Yun. That means the wealth was not distributed enough.
Yan.
And you only have one offensive focal point, which any defense can adjust to.
23-14, still a 9-point lead for main and tail. Soft touch by Jaco. Amerman from the back, it's out. That was too close.
That was very close, well executed, nice arm swing and everything. Just a little out, maybe half an inch out.
Yan yung ayaw lang mahulog. Executed well na, ganda na nung biyahe ng bola, pero kinapos lang yung linya.
Yeah, well, Sammy was saying, just play your game because the breaks will go your way if you stay in character.
Stalzer and Tabino couldn't stop Jaco. And that means set number 1 is over. Main and tail 25, Cignal 14, second set right after this.
To the side, which is a lazy way of receiving. I don't care what level of volleyball you're in. It's not like the serves are coming at lightning fast speed, so you can take half a step and receive. That's what's taught in the books. You're supposed to take tiny steps and pass the ball.
And we saw that from the imports and also from the locals of Cignal.
Yes.
Yung kamay lang ang pinagagalaw.
And we saw it almost exclusively from the Cignal receiving court.
Yes, both is sinking on one side, at least in that department.
Oh, it's listing.
Second set has started. Again, first set, for those of you just opened your television sets, 25-14, it went the way of the Lady Stallions. Here in the second set, Cignal draws the first blood. They have the first point.
And that's a good sign. Abigail Braca with a block point on Christy Jaco. So let's see. You know, this might, I hope this doesn't seem like the first set at all, where they made sabay all the way until the score of 8, and then it just started unraveling for them.
Dapat makalusot ang second technical timeout, you know? But Christy Jaco, too powerful. Dionela tried to dive for it, but again, a case of a little bit too late.
Yeah, the block didn't seal, so it gave Christy Jaco a clear avenue of approach down the middle of the block, which will, you know, be the strongest aspect of the spike.
2 attacks, 2 serves for Acuna. We are tied at 1. And when I mention 2 serves, she gives me a service error. The jinx of the sportscaster.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a lapse in concentration.
Dalawang ace yan eh. Set 1. So the lead goes to Cignal 2-1. Braca serving for the HD Spikers. Jacob. Ball is still alive. Cignal naman. Stalzer. Off the deflection. Boy pa bola.
Chance ball here for Cignal. Let's see if they can cash in.
Quick one for Tobino. They go to Stalzer. Oh, great dive, great try. However, it fell short.
And that's the scary part when you have your most prolific hitter, you know, start dinking, maybe hopefully not losing confidence in her attack.
Kasi palo dapat eh, no? Palo kung palo eh, no?
Ay, patay ko patay. I mean, she is taller than the blockers.
2-all.
Oh,
But Cignal.
Maggie finding a home down the line there. That's her second kill in the exact same fashion. Smart hitting, because if they gave her line, I'll go line.
3-2, HD Spikers up by 1. And there was a buzzer. What happened there?
Wrong server.
Wrong server?
It's supposed to be Lindsay Stalzer. No, but that's going to be a turnover.
So that point will go to main and tail? Yes.
Yes.
So yung mental aspect of the game, who's supposed to be serving the rotation. Here we go. Amerman. HD Spikers, another chance. Stalzer from the back. Smart move there. However, the ball is still alive. Amerman, oh, finally.
Amerman finding a seam in between Kaylee Mans and Mitch Datuin. Ever so small seam there. Watch her. She'll just crank it right down the middle.
In between 2 defenders. Ano tama doon, Tex? Sa defenders sa main and tail, dikit kamay?
You're supposed to be ideally elbow to elbow.
Kaya nangyari, parang may malaking espasyo, ano?
What Mitch Datuin should have done was wave toward, or Kaylee Mans could have taken a half step just to make that seal. Because when you have that seal, your defense can now find the gaps.
Okay.
But you don't want a gap in the middle.
Yes, and that happened earlier. Again, Volleyball 101 from the Volleyball Evangelists. We are tied at 4. Chance for Cignal to take the lead. No. Chance goes to main and tail. Amerman. Cignal grabs a 1-point lead, 5-4.
That's right. Sarah Immerman going the same direction because the blockers weren't together again. Let's see if Sarah Immerman can make a living there.
5-4, Cignal up by 1. We'll turn you over to Ina Ongsiako.
Chiki and Tex, coming into the second set, Coach Francis Vicente didn't have much to say to his players, except great job, girls. Christy Jekyll had more to say on the other hand, leading her team with saying, we're not going to get those easy points again. We have to earn these points this set, so be ready for everything. On the side of the Cignal HD Tigers, Coach Sammy Akailar hopes his team will play better this set, saying, in every set, may pag-asa palagi. Di pa tapos ang laban, we still have hope. Kaya pag nagkamali, isipin nyo na lang palagi, paano ka makabawi? Chiki and Tex?
Thank you very much, Ina. I like what Jacob said. If it looked easy in the first set, expect Cignal to adjust, and those easy points will not come in easy in the second.
That's right. Good leadership there from Jacob.
At the net, that point will go to main and tail. So the lead of Cignal down to 1.
Yeah, Abigail Praca not able to execute.
Ganda talaga nung shot na yan at the net. Kita mo lahat eh.
And then good blocking there from main and tail.
Amerman to the back. Oh, smart move.
That's heads-up volleyball here from Kaylee Mann.
Amerman again trying to go for zone 5. And that's another point here for Cignal. They're up by 2, 7-5.
Oh, I hope we get a replay on this. Look at the arm swing of Amerman. This is a veteran move. She'll hit the ball flat. No spin.
Just straight to the target.
Straight to the target. And the ball dances on its way to you, so it's harder to dig. That's a veteran move.
Parang may sariling utak yung bola.
I was taught to hit like that in my younger years by a very crafty veteran in Nori Uy.
Younger years, so mga last year lang yan, mga kaibigan.
Oh, how I wish.
8-5, Cignal grabs a 3-point lead. First technical time.
But I think more Cignal HD heeding the advice of their coaches. Don't compound errors with another one. Just play on, play your game.
At sumusugal na nga dito ang Cignal. Stalzer. They're not holding back. If the ball's up and we have to hit it, they'll hit it.
Yeah, they're now playing in character.
Yan. So 10-5, lamang po ang Cignal. Lady Stallions humingi ng timeout. Let's listen in to Coach Francis.
Okay, yung floor defense, be aggressive. Okay? Ang ginagawa lang naman ng palo, the spike is all long. Okay? Why do they do that? When the ball returns, they will drop the ball because you will be expecting a long ball. Okay? So the spike is not so hard. It's very easy. You have to move. You have to move. Okay? Watch the hands. Watch the flick of the hand. Okay? Left or right. Go.
Text. Set 1, you said Cignal, hindi gumagalaw. Dito, Coach Francis, I'm hearing him saying, guys, we have to move.
Yeah, because you can't set. You know, this is, you know, you be aggressive defensively because in this game, you defend going forward. And then if you plant your feet, you limit your range because you have to react. This is a game of reactions, but it's easier to react with your momentum already going forward.
Okay. But Amerman with an ace.
If the libero took 2 baby steps, she would be falling forward. You see, she was falling sideways.
Alam mo, at the rate we're going, partner, I will not be surprised if we go 5 sets here.
Well, let's see if it's in the cards.
Diba? Mukhang doon pupunta to eh. 11-5.
Let's see how that affects the endurance of Cignal HD.
That's right, because they're playing back-to-back games yesterday and today. Main and tail, nakapagpahinga yan.
Yeah, but you know, these are athletes, so I'm sure they trained hard. So endurance should not be a factor, hopefully. So we'd like to see some high-level volleyball, even if it goes 5 sets.
12 serving 5. Nangyari po yan. Lamang ng 7 ang Cignal. Main and tail. With the ball. Down the line. It's out.
I have to give that point to Abigail Praca. She stopped that back row attack single-handedly of Christy Jacob.
And for you to stop the attack of Jacob, Mabigat.
Well,
Christy Jekyll yan eh.
yeah, she does hit a heavy ball.
Amerman with a serve. They're up by 8. Net defense was there. Pero kinapos para dito sa Cignal. Mapayad hitting that point, or giving that point to Main and Tail.
Yeah, tooling the shorter Ancheta.
Seven-point lead. At the net was Praka. Another point for Cignal.
That was a better connection between center and with Ancheta and Praka, giving Abigail Praka a ball that she could swing at. So we can see the nice reception here. Janela sending it right there to Ancheta.
Bilis, ano?
Yeah, Acuna having her hands kind of distant from the net. She's got to get those hands in.
Nabulagado ng Main and Tail. 14-6. Jacob off the deflection will chalk up one more point for the Lady Stallions.
Yeah, Abigail Praka better dip that the hand toward the middle.
Acuna on deck to serve. It's 7 serving 14. Stalzer with a good reception. Good set, good quick one by Plaka.
I think Cignal HD's prayers are being answered by having another scorer, whether it be blocks or hits.
15-7, 8-point lead for the HD Spikers, and we thought they'd be tired. Only second set though. At the net. Going to the back was Tobino.
We know where this is. Oh.
Pumito si referee Rodrigo Rojas. Ano ang hatol? Hatol is against Main and Tail. That point will go to Cignal. We'll try to find kalahati. Mga bante rito ng Cignal. Cignal. Tobino there. Ball still alive. To the back. Amerman was ready. Ancheta to Stalzer. Stalzer. Quick one again. Great dive. And smart play coming from Jacob.
Yeah, going deep zone 1. Amerman kind of sagging upward.
So ang kalamangan po ng Cignal, baba po sa 7. 16-9 sa score. Mabayad still serving for Main and Tail. Not a good first, or a good reception coming from Tobino there. And Jacob will score again off the deflection.
Yeah, the middle blocker here of Cignal HD, he's got to dip that left hand. She's going to get tooled every time with that. You got to turn her back into the court with a downward trajectory.
So inuunti-unti dito na Main and Tail itong paghabol nila. They're down by 6. Cignal leads the score here. Amerman. Jacob will just go to the back. Ancheta to Stalzer. Stalzer. Too much power that hit.
That was such a beautiful swing. Wow. Nice angle. As you can see, her shoulders aren't overcommitted. Just pounds it. Beautiful hitting there from Lindsay Stalzer.
Dinala sa kanan eh, no?
Yeah, and the block overcommitted to the line. So it gave her that cut shot.
Concepcion couldn't do anything with that. 7-point lead for Cignal. Ancheta to Tobino, the quick one will give Cignal their 18th point.
Yeah, they're Ancheta here.
Imports natin in communication dito sa ating mga coaches because I didn't see any problem in understanding the marching orders of Coach Francis there.
Yeah, but Christy Jekyll checking the blocking when Stalzer will curl from the right side or zone 2. If she's going in for the second option hit, the 3 here, but 2 in her language, she wants Jekyll to stay so she can block Stalzer.
19-10, 9-point lead for Cignal. We're getting close to getting set number 2. Lady Stallions. That defense of Cignal always there. Jekyll down the line, it's out.
Wow, little night and day action here between Cignal HD, the tale of two sets.
So parang naulit yung set 1, but this time around, tables have been turned. Cignal 20, Main and Tail 10. Stalzer overcooking that service. So that's a free point for the Lady Stallions. They're down by 9. Christy Jekyll on deck to serve. It's in. Ace. Hirap tansyahin talaga minsan, ano?
Yeah, the saddest thing there is there's supposed to be a communication on the court. Whether it's out, in, Jonella and Stalzer just like that serve was so strong it parted the Red Sea.
Parang dagat na, ano? Nakati sa gitna. 2012. Cignal up by 8. Ano naman ang paraan doon? Lady Stallions. That win with a hit.
Oh, nice save there from Mangi. Stalzer sends it over. Chance ball here for Main and Tail.
Let's see how they capitalize on this one. Jacob. Ancheta will go to Stalzer. To the back. Man's all over the floor. She'll try again. Back to Jacob. And finally, Jacob closes that one.
Unfortunate net violation there on Tubino. But fantastic volleyball here. Transition isn't aware of is the speed of Kaylee Mans in the defensive end.
That's why they have the luxury of playing a square defense. Hamerman, power was behind that hit. Jacob couldn't handle it. So they built another 7-point lead, 21-14. So we were talking about Kaylee Mans earlier. Hangang-hanga kayo ni Denise when you covered that game.
Oh, because look, now they're making her an attacking setter.
Yun lang.
Well, we need an effective setter first. But Kaylee Mans there, more than eager. And look at her being the captain. Well, she's orchestrating everything, which you want from your captain.
Mervic Mangi serving for a Cignal. They're up by 8. Amerman. That win. Ancheta will go back to Amerman. Soft touch. And that's good. That's in.
Sarah Amerman taking a page out of Samia Kailar's playbook. Gives a little smile to her coach. So we can see, boy, the success. Wow, 13-8. So we know where they're winning in the 6 faults. Jeez.
Big difference there.
Yes.
23-14, 9-point lead for Cignal. They can make it 10 with this one. Pero hindi. Jekyll, too much power again. Zone 1 was open.
Just too much heat there.
Kung umaapoy siguro yung bola, no? Tsaka kung parang tennis, yung meron kang pag dumaan yung bola, makuha yung speed.
The radar gun, the speed gun.
That would be nice. That win on deck to serve. 15 serving 23. Main and Tail down by 8. Tobino. Oh, going to the back. Stalzer was there.
Chance ball here.
Here we go. Oh, another point courtesy of Fajardo.
Fajardo going in between Tubino and Ancheta.
23-16, partner. 7-point lead for Cignal. Main and Tail trying to claw its way back here in set number 2. Amerman. Good set there by Ancheta.
Yeah, Sarah Amerman is just going clear over Acuna.
24-16. 8-point lead Cignal. 1 point away from getting set number 2. Hani Royce Tobino. Medyo nakadikit lang yung mga kilay. Hindi pa talaga nagsasalubong.
Yan ang Captain Ball's face.
Diba? Oh, good move there. Smart move from Kaylee Mans. 24-17, 7-point lead Cignal. Ang bola balik sa Main and Tail. Serving will be Rosan Fajardo. It's 17, serving 24. Ay, ay, ay. Something they don't need, because that means set number 2 will go to Cignal. Score 25-17. We are tied, one apiece. Set number 3 right after this.
On main and tail side, you have Fajardo and Christy Jacob. Yeah, Mabayad. Becoming a team effort. A combination play here, well read here by main and tail.
Jacob from the back, and the first point of set 3 goes to the Lady Stallions.
Yeah, Praka and Stalzer, they need to come together. Christy Jacob just cranked that ball. It found the gap in between the block.
1-0. Pabor po sa main and tail. Fajardo pa rin nag-serve. Cignal, Stalzer. Oh, going to the back was Kaylee Mans. Very smart, very intelligent for the captain in the center. Open eh, zone 5. Flicked it there.
Sarah Amerman actually got caught cheating up again.
Kaya nagkaroon ng bakante doon.
But Janela went in to cover the attack.
Soft touch didn't work there for Stalzer.
Nice read there from Janela.
Stalzer once more. Going cross court, it's good.
Such a beautiful swing. He really maximizes her height.
Beautiful swing from a beautiful lady.
Yeah, doesn't hurt. Because look at this turn. This is all arm action. Pow, cut back.
Cross court.
Yeah, splendid technique there.
2-1. Main and tail up by 1. Mabayad. Cignal's turn. Amerman. It's open. It's good. It's in. 3-1. Oh, it's out?
Yeah. From our vantage point, it looked in. Yeah, it was called out. Yeah, Lights guy has the best view there.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked in. Wow, nice dig there from Kaylee Mann.
Jacob to the back.
Almost caught Sarah Immerman watching.
Good dig there by Fajardo. Jacob.
Beautiful transition volleyball here.
Oh, another smart move from the import. That's Lindsay Stalzer. So Cignal with 2 points, main and tail with 3.
Yeah, the main and tail defense kind of just stayed put because Stalzer did not swing. So your defense is supposed to come in.
2 serving 3. Lindsay Stalzer on deck to serve. Attacking in the main and tail. Jacob. Yun talaga eh, no? Yun ang first person they'll try to go to. Christy Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to have your first option your outside hitter. But, well, if you had a Christy Jacob on your team, yeah, you'd make her your first option too.
Regardless, no? Sa laki, sa husay.
Yeah, she's not just big, she's such a gifted hitter.
Oh. Amerman not successful on that hit, giving main and tail their 5th point.
Yeah, set a little low. Sarah Amerman tried to compensate by doing the bunny hops, which is taught, you know, in volleyball. If you can't approach, they have you hop to get some momentum, to give you some altitude. Oh, beautiful set.
Great floor defense here. Ball still alive. Ancheta, quick one to Tabino. And that will be the 3rd point of Cignal.
Main and tail still unable to solve the middle attack here. You see Annie Royce Tabino calling for it. Quick flick.
Ang hirap nun, ano? You go one direction, turn around, then jump for the quick. Takes a lot of practice, timing. And Cignal will get 1 more point. So the lead of main and tail is down to 1. Martinez will come in, replacing Michelle the Twin.
And still serving, number 5.
Mangi still serving here for Cignal. It's 4 serving 5. Jacob. Amerman on the other side. They go back to Jacob, and why not?
It's beautiful hitting there, just cranking it, challenging the block, finding the inside arm.
Kita mo si Kaylee Mans, no? Talagang deliberately giving it to her partner. 6-4, Maiden tail up by 2. Make that 3. Napapailing ka dyan, partner, sa nilalaro na Cignal.
Oh, it's like, come on, you know, I mean, it's supposed to carry over the momentum from set number 2. But now, Maiden tail, it's playing like they were playing in the first set.
3-point lead here for the Lady Stallions. Jacob defended well by Amerman.
Beautiful blocking technique. Look at the Amerman's hand. They're going to go into the net. There it is. Nowhere to go for Christy Jacob.
Anong height ni Amerman? 6+, ano?
Yeah, she's about 6'6", 1".
Plus yung arms niya. 6'4", 6'5" na yan.
Easily.
Tapos ipapasok ko pa sa net.
Tumatalon pa.
Yun ang mabigat doon. Our score, 6 for Cignal, 7 for Maiden tail. Nabuhay bigla ang HD Spikers.
Oh, because Sarah Amerman is putting up a nice Cignal HD block there. Turning Christy Jacob twice.
So lumilinaw na yung laro nila ng Cignal. Nagkakaroon ng definition.
Oh, at least they're not allowing Maiden tail to get a good cushion.
Fajardo down the line. That's in. And that buzzer means we're going to a technical timeout. First one here. Sino boto mo?
Ako, I will vote for Lindsay Stalzer.
Lindsay Stalzer ka?
Oh, it's really more the way she hits.
Ako, Chicky Pablo. Kahit di kasama. 8-7, Maiden tail. Kasi partner ko mamaya.
Oh, that's right.
Maiden tail 8, Cignal 7. Amerman nag-serve po para sa HD Spikers. Jacob from the back. And she'll score, giving Maiden tail a 2-point lead, 9-7.
You know, if you were Coach Sammy, you see him, he's not really affected by that play because Abigail Praca was there. And it's now giving, especially after the 2 stuff blocks of Sarah Amerman, it's now giving Christy Jacob a little something to think about, that they're tuning in on her now.
Kumbaga, nakafocus kami sa'yo. Don't think that we're not paying attention. Acuna, other side, quick one there by Praca. Free ball. Ancheta going to Stalzer. Stalzer will score for Cignal. So palitan tayo dito. Cignal 8, Maiden tail 9. Ngayon naman, turnover po tayo. Ina Ong Siako at the sides.
In that last timeout, Chiqui and Tex, Coach Sammy Akelar of the Cignal HD Spikers is definitely pushing his players more, urging them to step up still. Ayon kay Coach Sammy, hindi tayo consistent. Mas maraming errors tayo kaysa sa kanila. Bawasan natin yung mga errors. Pag nakapunta sa kalaban, edi nakapunta sila. Pero wag naman yung makapunta sila dahil sa mga errors natin. On the other hand, Coach Francis Vicente is telling his players naman to step up as well, saying that even if they lost that second set, it's not yet over. Don't be sad. And it happens, Chiqui and Tex.
So, 2 different thoughts dito sa dalawang coaches natin. Gusto ko yung sinabi ni Coach Sammy. Di bali umiscore sila kung talagang karapat dapat umiscore. But not because of our errors.
That's right. I mean, look at the stat line in the last set. Doble, no?
Yes.
So
4-8. Tama,
yeah,
diba?
4-8, exactly. As we can see, Lindsay Stalzer going way over the block there.
So our score, 10-9. Maiden tail up by 1. A great effort there coming from Kaylee Mads, but she fell short. So our score is tied at 10. Cignal will get the ball back.
Yeah, change of libero here. Maybe give Asception here a little rest.
Praka nag-serve para sa Cignal. Acuña ang pumalo para sa main and tail. On the other side, Stalzer with the left hand. And that's one more point for Cignal.
Stalzer now establishing her power game, now going to the off-speed game.
The beauty of the off-speed, ano? Yung kinuwento ko sa'yo kanina when I saw Natalia Korobkova yesterday. Going up, beautiful pose. Appeared to go for the hit, then last second, off-speed with the opposite hand. It's an art, it's an art.
Yeah, well, when you have these imports, now they're all crafty hitters.
At nahahawa nga ang mga Pinoy because it's nice to see the international players. You'd feed off from what you see from these guys, from these ladies rather. Cignal up by 2, 12-10. Mangi. One more time. Ball goes back to Cignal. Ancheta will go to Stalzer. Acepcion, great dig. Jekyll from the back and she'll score.
Yeah, Christy Jekyll taking a page out of Sammy Akailar's page book and going off speed herself.
Inaasahan siguro nila malakas no?
Well, I mean, if you were in the game and you've seen Christy Jekyll hit the ball, that's what you would expect too.
Quick one by Tobino, defended well by main and tail, Jekyll. A great dive there, coming from Amerman. Jekyll once more, this time in power. Ancheta to Stalzer, Stalzer, great dive by Acepcion. Jekyll. Oh, great dive as well. Oh! Nobody looked after Babayad.
We're seeing a beautiful display of volleyball on both sides.
Kala ko score na doon
Oh, and then here we go with the regalo. Everybody just watching.
Christmas came too early for Mabayad there.
Oh, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last gift. Middle blockers are responsible for those.
Trouble. Net defense.
And that's the difference when you dip that left hand when you're blocking. Because it goes back with a downward trajectory. They were blocking Christy Jekyll. The ball was floating off the block with an upward trajectory.
So, angulo ng block. Plays a lot here in this game. 13-12, main and tail up by 1. Ancheta to Stalzer. Was that a check ball? It was.
But the check ball wasn't on Kaylee Mans, it was on Mabayan.
Okay. So we are tied at 13. Lindsay Stalzer on deck to serve. Score po natin, 1-all. Set count po yan. This is set number 3. Jekyll from Mans. Cross court is in. Wow.
We both said wow at the same time because that ball went down on the floor in a hurry.
And there was no one there. Nobody there.
That's an indefensible position there. Right on the line. Holy moly.
Kahit anong dive gawin mo siguro.
Yeah. With the velocity that Christy Jekyll puts on the ball. Oh, unfortunate service error there from Acuña. You should just play that in and play the momentum. Little mental lapse.
Parang na-negate tuloy or na-negate totally yung palo ni Jekyll.
Yeah, exactly.
We are tied at 14. Kaylee Mans going to Mabayad, cross court. Mangi was there. Ancheta to Amerman. Amerman off the deflection. And Cignal takes the lead 15-14.
You see Coach Vicente telling his blockers, you got to come together. Going to give Sarah Amerman, who's a good hitter, with or without that seam.
And service error here by Mangi. So we are tied at 15. I wonder what the numbers would be after set 3 in terms of errors. Huh?
It'll stick out for the one who will lose this set.
Babayad naman for main and tail. Who'll take the lead as we go in a few to the second technical timeout. We'll find out. At the net, Tobino. Ball is still alive. Cignal, chance to grab the lead. Tobino, reception was there. Quick one. Martinez, was it out or in?
Linesman calls out.
It's out.
You know, and when it rains, it sometimes pours.
O, maulan sa labas.
Oh, I mean, unfortunate shank pass there from Lindsay Stalzer. Usually a good passer.
So main and tail abante po ng isa. 17-16. Jaco using the net as the ally. And they have a 2-point lead, 18-16.
I mean, if you really look at it, because of the service error of Tobino, you gave away 3 points.
Ganong kabilis.
Oo.
Ganong kabilis. Let's listen in to Coach Sammy here.
Pasa, importante yan eh. Kung walang pass, wala tayong set play, di ba? Dapat pag ganyan, nakafocus ka agad. Ito yung service, oh. Ang layo pinanggagalingan ng bola, hindi natin nababasa. Kasi sa likod yan, sa harap yan. Okay? Unahin muna natin ang pasa ngayon. Oh. Pasahan natin, okay? Go!
Pasa daw muna.
Yeah, well, that's why this game is described as the bump, set, then spike, because it has to happen in that order.
And no matter how much the game has improved, you're right. It starts with a good first reception, the first ball.
Yeah, and you know, it boils down to that one word that applies to every sport, fundamentals.
At alam nyo, nasishare ko po ito sa inyo sapagkat may liga kami nila Tex eh. At ang utos sa amin ni Tex, dahil magkakampi kami, basta bigyan nyo ako ng magandang first ball, period.
Just get that ball up.
Exactly. Here we go, another point for main and tail. Coming from that Tobino mistake that you mentioned. Tingnan mo, 4 straight points for main and tail.
And, you know, at this juncture of the set, very costly errors. Grabe. I mean, it's almost giving that set away.
19-16. Innerman, oh, great effort there coming from Jaco. But the point will go to Cignal.
As we see the ball careening there toward that pretty lady there. Oh, that's my daughter.
Oh, no wonder. That pretty lady. Your daughter?
Yes.
Ay, hindi naman mapagkakaila. Ganda lalaki rin yung tatay. Yun, oh. Jaco!
Right, facial.
Oh, straight to the face?
Yeah. When the ball careens off like the block like that, that's a facial.
2017. Ayaw ko ma-facial. Pag gano'n, galing kay...
Pagpunta akong parla, ayaw nila, wala na daw pag-asa. Halo-halo na lang ang is-facial ko.
Martinez serving for main and tail. They're up by 3, 2017. At the net. Jaco from the back.
Oh, nice dig from Janela.
Stalzer will try, sending that one home.
But Acuna is better. You've got to seal it. I mean, you're going to give it's almost like a free swing. It's like spiking practice almost. Little gap. Stalzer being that crafty hitter that she is, she finds it and she puts that ball away.
And we've seen that more than once in the defense of main and tail.
Yeah, let's see if they can mount a little rally here and put some pressure on main and tail.
2-point lead for the Lady Stallions.
Oh, chance ball here.
Ancheta to Stalzer, and Stalzer capitalizes on that one.
Okay, there's a chess match goes. Meaning, if we'll see how their offense develops, we can see what she's trying to do. Look at the formation, you know, they have a 3-man pass. They're hiding Buena there in the back. Unfortunately, the pass didn't happen, so no set play there. We all know where this is going.
Stalzer again. Jaco from the back. Oh, low on that one. So that means we are tied at 20.
Yeah, and interesting that Coach Sammy is just allowing Praka to be the lone blocker with Christy Jaco attacking. Because his point is probably that ball is not going to go straight down, it's going to go long. So as long as we have the direct avenue of approach covered, everybody else can just receive that ball.
Tied at 20. Acuna. On the other side, quick one for Praka. Main and tail with Fajardo. Ancheta going back to Stalzer. Mans to Jaco. And that's a point for main and tail.
Boy, Jonella did well to just get a piece of her body on that thing. That was a rocket. Look at this. Boom, she put everything into that, and Janela not able to control it. With the power of that swing, we don't blame her.
Parang wala nang spine doon si Cignal eh. Parang gomang inikot-ikot mo, then you release it. But that's a service error by Fajardo. Again, negating that great hit by Christy Cignal.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Let's see if Abigail Praca put this ball in, because last time she served that error in the. It wasn't a crucial part of the set, but they could have put the set away.
21 all. Pacunia to the back. Ancheta to Mangi. Jacob will score again. So that has been the play of Main and Tail.
Yeah, Stalzer tried to help out, but unable to. Christy Cignal bringing the heat.
Great set there coming from Kaylee Mans. Picture perfect. Ika nga, 22-21, Lady Stallions up by 1. Stalzer. They go back to Jacob. And that one's out.
No, check ball call.
Oh, check ball. Okay. So that gives Main and Tail a 2-point lead, 23-21.
More relaxed. That ball would come up. Something like that.
Yung natural na akyat. And immediately they respond to Coach Shami's marching orders. Main and Tail hanging on to a 1-point lead. Cignal with the ball, and Stalzer will serve. Steady lang dapat.
Yeah, and you know, with experience, you learn how to absorb.
Stalzer service, pasok po yan. Jacob. Cignal, chance for them to tie. Stalzer will do that, going to zone 1.
Wow, Lindsay Stalzer returning the favor that Christy Cignal has been giving headaches to the...
A lot of times, or a couple of times between Acuna and Kaylee Mans having that gap in the middle.
That's right.
Tied at 23. Ito uto si Coach Francis. Punta kay Jacob. And although it wasn't really the hit of Cignal that put up that point, they'll get that. They'll accept that. They'll take that.
Yeah, Janela did well, but just a little overpass. You know, you're supposed to absorb those hits, but I don't know if you can absorb that. That was a rocket.
24-23. Main and Tail up by 1. Amerman will tie it at 24.
Yeah, Mabayad would do better to... He's got to dip that right hand and turn Amerman back into the court.
Another look here at the hit of Amerman. So we are going to extended set. Extended set number 3. Mangi nag-serve para sa Cignal. Mans to Jacob. Cross court. Looked like that was in, but linesman said no. It's out. So HD Spikers will get that point.
Okay, I don't know if Cignal HD is going to doubt it's going to go to anybody else but Christy Cignal.
That has been the story for the Lady Stallions as Mangi gives a point. I had to pause there for a while.
And
Coach Savvy also.
That face says it all. Just a lapse in concentration there.
25 all is her score. Amerman to the back. And that's out. So the lead will go back to Main and Tail, 26-25. How costly can a service error be? Very, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that. Let's see if let's hope they don't compound their errors here.
Ball goes back to Main and Tail. Chance for them to seal set number 3. Jacob. Great dive. Ball is still alive.
Oh, the defensive Cignal holding up.
Jacob once more, and the net defense. Tobino was there. Oh, and they're carrying Honey Royce Tobino. My question to you, ano yung pinakamalayong score sa extended set na na-witness mo? Did it reach the 30s?
40s.
40s? Since you said that, there's a big chance it will happen here in set number 3.
Yeah, it was 48-46.
Oh my. 26 all. Jacob. It's in. It's in. That was in. Zone 1. So the lead goes back to Maiden Tail.
So the linesman with the best view there.
Christy Jacob. Almost a misreception there.
Oh, chance ball here. We know where it's going.
Jacob from the back, and Jacob will get set number 3 for Main and Tail. They're up in the set count, 2-1. Final score of set 3, 28 Main and Tail, Cignal 26. We'll be right. Mas tensionado ng konti ang mga balikat, ang mga katawan nitong Cignal HE Spikers only because they knew that they could have gotten set number 3. Ngayon sila naghahabol dito. Set 4 has begun. And the first point will go to Cignal. Kapos yung palo ni Lynette Mabayad doon.
Yeah, the ball coming from that angle is kind of hard to deal with.
Ancheta serving for Cignal. Lakas. Again, service error. And I see you shaking your head here, partner.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I had my share of service errors, but never in the crunch.
Doon talaga yun, yung patibayan talaga. Quick one there for Praka. Jacob. Is that it? It's in. Zone 6 is open. Maiden Tail up 2-1. Even in the set count, they're up 2-1.
And serving number 6,
The captain serving for the Lady Stallions. Amerman. Jacob, soft one. Sarah again.
Kaylee Mans with her coverage is just amazing.
Parang wiper, all over the floor. Stalzer. They go to Acuna. I thought it was a good set.
It was an excellent set, but Acuna just dipped her hand, went for the power. She had the entire down the line area all to herself. She could have just rolled that, would have been good, but hey, error's an error, play on.
Tama ka, no? Dito set number 4, patipiran na ng error to eh. We are tied at 2. Jacob. Tobino will set Amerman. That defense was there. Para dito sa Maiden Tail.
You know, you look at Coach Sammy, he only reacts to the points where the players don't do their jobs. I mean, Tobino was able to cover. You know, she just shanked it, but the coverage was there. So you see, Coach, points like that happen. You can live with those.
Kumbaga, mas maganda na nangyari yun. Sabi nga niya kanina nung earlier set, di ba? Kung suscore sila, that's fine.
That's right.
Make sure wag sa error natin.
Correct. You know, error natin. I mean, you're gonna make a service error. I mean, it's a free point.
Walang kalaban-laban.
Oo, wala kang kalaban-laban. I mean, if the serve goes in, you give your defense a chance to score for you.
Pag hindi ka gumalaw, yung reception, kamay mo lang. Yun ang mga pinapoint out ni Coach Sammy earlier. We are tied at 3. What do you call that type of serve? Yung parang nakakahele.
That's called the jump float, man. The beauty of the jump float, if you watch the trajectory of the ball here in the replay, it will either catch an air pocket or it won't. And there it goes, no air pocket, so down it goes.
Wow. The jump float. And that jump float gave Cignal a 1-point lead, 4-3. Amerman tried to go for a different one. Nangyari, service error. So we are tied at 4 again. Ball goes back to main and tail. Linet Mabayad on deck to serve. Stalzer to the back. Jacob. Stalzer again. Close to the net. Then Cignal will get that point. Seesaw battle na to, no?
Oo. That's why it will boil down to who commits less errors. Because sa gantong laban, the one with less errors is gonna win. Just like...
No set 3.
yeah, set 3.
Sabi mo nga, 7-6. Unfortunately, that one error,
Was the service error.
yun.
Yep.
That cost them that set. Cignal up by 1. Running hit. Jacob, that's a gift. And she'll take it any day, in any form. We are tied at 5.
Yeah, and Jetta at the mercy there of Christy Jacob. Tabino being the middle blocker, that's her job.
Tied at 5, set number 4. Jacob. Cignal on the attack, Stalzer. Jacob from the back. Amerman was there. And then Cheta will go to Stalzer once more. Going to the back. And... but that's out. So main and tail gets a point.
Yeah, Stalzer clipped the net at the end of her swing, so net violation was called.
So yun pala yung infraction. Kaya may 1 point dito ang main and tail. Jacob. Tobino. Oh, wala nagbantay doon. Zone 5 was open.
If you see Christy Jacob, she had that look. Her hand was in the cookie jar. That's why she couldn't move. She was supposed to sweep there.
Area na yun.
No, because when the offense is on the right side, the whole defense should shift.
So kay Jekyll, napunta yung tingin.
Well, she knew it.
And she gets it back.
Campfire defense there. Abigail Braca doing her job, slowing the hit down. But everybody else just admiring the view and not moving. And that's the part where your feet are planted.
Pag nag-admire ka ng view.
Oo.
Hindi naman turista tong mga to. Oh, ayan. Great view.
May dalawang turista.
That's right. Bawat teams po yan. So Cignal ties it at 7.
Okay, let's see if Anjeta or Cignal HD can establish that middle again that gave main and tail some fits in the second set.
Who will take the lead as we go to the first technical timeout of set number 4? Will it be Cignal? Or will it be main and tail? Stalzer for Cignal. Chance here for Cignal to score, grab a 1-point lead. Amerman, soft touch to zone 1. And Cignal will grab a... Oh, no, ang ganda talaga. No? Thank you, PSL, for bringing this type of league here in our country. Daming natututo talaga about this game of volleyball. Stalzer from the back. Cignal up by 1, 8-7. Jacob, look at the power! Wow! Comment na kung count ng wow ko in this game. Dami na.
Hindi, look at the power of the swing. That deserves a wow. And you can see Abigail Braca's hands moving upon impact just to show you the power that Christy Jacob is hitting the ball with.
We're tied at 8 here. Text down the line for Amerman. And that point will go back to main and tail. Tama ka, no? Pagkatama. Parang nakalog eh. Yung kamay ni Braca.
Oh, because hindi biro itong power ni Christy Jacob, no?
Lady Stallions up by 1. Quick one for Braca. Successful. So they tie it at 9. Gantong-ganto yung set 3. Palitan tayo.
Oh, so let's see who commits less errors here.
Imagine if we go this way up to the 25th, 26th point ko extended. Alternate, ano? Very exciting. Oh, too much muscle behind that hit coming from a bayad. So Cignal, they're up by 1, 10-9. Ina, join in. Anong meron mo dyan?
Chicky and Tex, coming into this fourth set, Coach Sammy Akailar tells the Cignal HD Spikers, relax lang, player kayo, matagal na kayong player, huwag kayong magpadala sa laro. Lalo na sa crucial, bawal magduwag. Dapat tumapang pag crucial moments sa game, and this set is crucial, kaya huwag tayong choker. Sarah Amerman continues by saying, we're doing all the right things, we're just making errors at the wrong time. Chicky and Tex?
No time to choke. Thank you, Ina. No time to choke, Tex.
No, there never is a time to choke. These are all veteran players, so choking's not an option here.
Especially if you're the libero. You cannot.
For the libero, you know, you have one job on this planet.
Get that first ball. So 11-10, maiden tail up by 1. Amerman. They'll go to Jacob, maiden tail, Dionela, Ancheta in this order. Now to Amerman. And we are tied at 11.
Sarah Amerman going high hands there.
So the seesaw battle continues. Ball goes back to Cignal. We are tied at 11. Raka will be serving for the HD Spikers.
And serving number 16, Abigail Brown.
Quick one there. Amerman going to the back. They go back to Jaco.
Oh, nice up there by Mangi.
Stalzer. Mans back to Jaco. Ancheta going to Amerman. Quick rally we're seeing here. Acuña will score for maiden tail. Nakakapagod yung exchange.
Oh, this attrition na to in the transition game. Because your defense has to be sound and your offense has to be consistent.
11, Cignal, maiden tail, and 12. Let's see if the trend continues. It does. Or it doesn't. Rather, maiden tail grabs a 2-point lead. 13 to 11.
I wonder if there's a little touch of fatigue there on the power hitter of Cignal HD here in Lindsay Stalzer.
Remember, they played a 5-setter yesterday against Petron, with the last set being an extended one. Maiden tail, Jacob. Ancheta will go to Amerman. They're down by 2, make that 1.
I don't know how Amerman found that seam, but she did. We can see here.
Again, what you mentioned, first set pa lang yata yun when I ask you that question. Tama ba yun? Between the two blockers. Hindi, Camo, you have to slide elbows together.
That's the typically the way you want to do it. Another way is you guys can meet hands.
Para lang yung space covered.
Yeah.
12 serving 13.
Oh, beautiful serve. Nice dig there by Ascension.
And the lead will score again for maiden tail.
Yep, Janela caught out of position there. She cheated up.
So back to a 2-point lead for the Lady Stallions, 14 to 12. On deck to serve. Number 11 is Lilet Mabayan. Ancheta to Stalzer. And that ball still in. Parang may konting frustration sa kay Lindsay Stalzer.
Yeah, she was really counting on coverage to give her another shot.
Still serving number 11.
So Mabayan pa rin will serve for maiden tail. They're up by 3. Chance for the Lady Stallions to give themselves a 4-point lead, pero hindi. Tobino. Great dive there by Janela. But there's a whistle.
Double contact.
So because of that,
Little support there for Christy Jacob. So it's kind of looking like a team effort. Beautiful quick play run here by Ancheta.
What I also like about that those numbers shown by our stats team, again, great job guys. Local support, main and tail 27, Cignal 20. Okay lang yan.
Oh,
Ibig
yeah.
sabihin, nandun yung mga Pinays natin helping the imports.
Yeah, they really need to support because, you know, no one player is an island here.
16-13, make that 16-14. Chalk up another point for Cignal. And again, allow me to thank Kuya Edwin and the rest of the stats team. Beautiful stats shown, guys. Thank you. We need those numbers. The second look there by Stalzer. So the season battle continues. Mangi on deck to serve. It's in. Jacob. Oh, down the line. Amerman was there, but again the power was too much.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Okay, with the blocking that happened, Stalzer helped Tubino by taking a step to make a seal. That forced Sarah Amerman to cover line, but unfortunately you're supposed to cover the line and the middle blocker is supposed to come to you. But Lindsay Stalzer, what you're taught to do is you take a step to your middle blocker so they don't have to travel so far. But it opens up the line, and it made the defense react. As we can see that the line opened up.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, Tex, main and tail, they know that Cignal just came from a 5-setter yesterday. They're making them move. They're making them move around the floor. Pinapagod din eh, no?
Oh, well, no, this level of athleticism, I don't think that's a factor. Maybe late into the 5th set, it might start to show. It might start to show.
I will check on that. So far, main and tail still up by 1 point. Cignal 16, main and tail 17. Honey Royce to be on deck to serve for Cignal. Pagkakataon dito ng Cignal tumabla. Lady Stallions. A great dig there coming from Tobino.
Chance ball here for main and tail. Let's see what they run.
Another smart play coming from the captain, Kaylee Mans. 2-point lead for main and tail, 18-16. Set count, lamang pa rin po ang Lady Stallions, 2-1. Let's see how Cignal will respond to Coach Sammy. They're down by 2. Stalzer, wow. Great execution coming from the HD Spikers.
Beautiful hit there from Lindsay Stalzer. He needs to get going a little bit more. 15 kills ain't enough.
So the lead has been cut down to 1. Again, this set more important for Cignal, for them to force the 5th and last set. Lady Stallions, Jacob. Oh, great hit coming from Fajardo. That was in down the line. Ito na, lamang na ng dalawa ang main and tail, 19-17, approaching the 20-point mark.
Crafty hitting there from Fajardo. She goes back to serve for main and tail.
Subok dito ang Cignal. Quick one for Plaka. Acuña will score again for main and tail, giving them a 3-point lead.
Just boiling down to better execution here.
20-17. Partner, parang ang tansya ko, bumibigat ang paa dito ng Cignal.
Yeah, they kind of look like planted. I mean, we have a new setter.
Parang the reaction, it's all head, all body, looking at the ball, but the legs with the feet are not really moving. 2-point lead. Amerman. Oh, great hit there. Cutting the lead of main and tail down to 2.
Just smart hitting from Sarah Amerman, I'm sorry.
Sabi nga nila, if she gets going, it becomes Amer time.
Nice.
Kahapon, nangyari yun eh. Nung set sa 3 and 4. Pero kinapos pa rin sila. Let's see if they have enough gas. to force a fifth and last set. Quick one again coming from Kaylee Mans. Gusto niya yan.
Yeah, I mean, Abigail Praca just got lost in the sauce there. I mean, Kaylee Mans had her left hand up.
Yes.
There was nothing else she was going to do but dump that ball.
Pang ilang smart play na ginawa ni Kaylee Mans, ano?
Oo, but nandun na si Abby Praca. She should have guarded her because she was a frontliner.
Hamerman trying to get that point back, and she was successful. 21-19, just a 2-point lead for the Lady Stallions. Bola babalik po dito sa Cignal HD Spikers. Praca will be serving for Cignal. 19 serving 21. Tingnan natin, atake dito ng Lady Stallions. Oh! Too high, too powerful, too smart was Christy Jacob. Another look at that hit. Great setup by Kaylee Mans. Head above the net. And Lindsay Stalzer couldn't do anything about that hit.
Even Christy Jacob was hitting over.
Acuna with the serve. Quick one from Tabino. Fajardo was there. They go back to Jacob. Ancheta will go to Amerman. To the back. It's in. So buhay pa Cignal. They're only down by 2.
And serving, number 10,
Sarah Amerman will be serving for Cignal. It's 20, serving 22.
Yeah, Cignal HD unable to like trade the points here.
Jacob with a hit. Open space in zone 6. For main and tail. Halbuna. Stalzer will go to the back. And boy pang Cignal. They're only down by 1. 23-21.
number 5,
Mangi will be serving for Cignal. This will be the final push. Hula ko dito, Tex. Susubok. Jacob! Nobody was there. Nobody was there at the net.
Lindsay Stalzer not in her zone blocking-wise. Gave too much line here to such a good hitter, and Christy Jekyll and paid for it.
Kitang-kita, no? Christy Jekyll saw that opening, saw that opportunity, didn't let it go. Stalzer wanting Cignal to stay alive for one more set. That's out, but it's check ball. And that means main and tail wins this game, this set, 25-21. And they win this game 3 sets to 1. Great effort from Cignal. Pero tinan mo dito, partner. Main and tail getting sets 1, 3, and 4. Dikit na dikit tayo. And sorry, loss here for Cignal.
Having fun. Even the audience is really happy for Photon because from the bottom ranking, they defeated the number 2 team.
At dahil ho dyan, sa panalo ng Photon, Petron is alone on top at 6.
Yes.
Everybody else, except for Photon,
Yes.
stuck with 3 wins. And Photon is at the bottom. But they got their second win dito sa ating Grand Prix ng Philippine Superliga.
And you know, I really think they deserve this win. They really had it going for them in the blocking department, the services, although they had some faults there, they made up for it in defense, the offense, in the hits, especially Elena Terasova. She was magnificent by the net.
Later on, we'll try to look at the team standings para po magkaroon kayo ng visual guide kung kumusta, because it's very interesting. Again, we only have 6 teams, tapos nasa second round na tayo. Sabi nga ng ibang teams, hayaan na namin ng magiging interesante ang ating habunan. Look at that win-loss record ng ating PSL Grand Prix.
Because of the loss of Arcicola now, tied na ngayon ng Generica and Arcicola, and then Cignal. Well, of course, they're
Half
still
game
in the
behind.
half game behind. But interesting lang talaga is Photon. I mean, everybody was counting them out, and yet they kept saying, "Hey, don't count us out yet. We have a lot up our sleeves, tricks up our sleeves."
Marami pa ang baon nga, indeed, itong Photon Tornadoes. Katulad ng aming kasamaan dyan sa floor sa ibaba. Inaong Shanko, it's your turn.
Cheeky and Cheeky, I am with the most impressive player of the game, Ruby De Leon, center of the Photon Tornadoes. First of all, Ruby, congratulations on your first win, and thanks to you, 4 points, 41 excellent sets. Can you tell me, you were down the first 2 sets ng game, tapos biglang you guys became alive third set onwards. Ano yung naging factor or motivation for that?
Syempre, as a player, alam natin na ang volleyball, 3 sets bago manalo. So, hindi kami nawala ng lakas ng loob na hanggat hindi pa nagta-25 sa third set, kaya namin lumaban.
Now, dalawa yung Russian players nyo, tapos wala pa yung translator nyo today. Paano nyo na-establish yung connection nyo para you secured another win for you guys?
Ano naman more on sign lang naman sa amin eh. So, pag yung hindi lang nila naiintindihan kung bakit ganun yung nangyayari, doon lang namin kinakailangan yung translator namin. Pero sa loob ng court, senyasan, yun naman, nakukuha namin.
Thank you so much, Ruby, and congratulations again. There you go, our most...
They played a good game. Ruby, most impressive player natin. 4 points, 41 excellent sets. Partner, bago tayo bumitaw, bago yung final thoughts mo, sorry. Let's look at our matches muna bukas sapagkat meron tayong PSL Sunday. Arcicola against sa Petron. Ganda yan. Second game, maganda rin po. Generica Lifesavers kontra sa Main and Tail Lady Stallion. So don't forget, meron pa po tayo bukas. Dito pa rin po yan sa Cuneta Aso Dome. Partner, before we leave, your thoughts on this great PSL Saturday?
I think it was a fantastic game for both Arcicola and Photon. It's just too bad one team had to lose. But I think, they deserve being in the Grand Prix. They both worked well. If Photon can just continue not losing heart and continue playing the way that they did today, they can go up the ranks.
Long and fulfilling day para po sa amin na dito sa Solar Sports. Thank you for joining us. Ang ala po ng aming team, Inaong Shanko at courtside. Ito si Chicky Pablo. Chicky Reyes po ang inyong abang lingkod saying thank you for watching Philippine Superliga Grand Prix 2014. Magkita-kita po ulit tayo bukas. Tandaan nyo, huwag na kayong bibitaw dito dahil ito ang volleyball.